Hello. So I just want to continue explain about the sabbatical boundary. I actually haven't explained completely. There are actually many sabbatical boundary. So the first one is in 2014. Just let's go over there. 2014. The first boundary was Israel became 67 years old. According to 1947 birth date of Israel, and that has been a boundary. The other boundary is of course in 2017 when he was 70 years old. He's only 67 years on the same time. According to 1947 one, so you can see here. Okay, so the second set of sabbatical boundary is with 2015-2018. And so the 2015 just started over in this place, according to 1948 marker of the birth of Israel. And that boundary had kind of like ended up until 2016. And also, this 2015 also has been linked up from above that 2014 of that boundary. So it's basically 2015. The two sabbatical boundary, one has entered and one has started, and just started also has led on to 2016 as well, and continued there. Here we can see, so just end up until here, the end of the sabbatical boundary of 67 years old. So that's one of that. Yeah, one is 2018. 2018 in April 20th. That was the 70 years old mark, and that is also 67 years old at the same time. And that's very, very important. And that boundary lasts until 2019. In May the 10th. That's what I can remember. And you can see that the boundary ended up until here. And that's the end of the deadline. The deadline is 70 years old. Even 2018 is also the same. 2015 it has a double boundary, since there are a double birth date of Israel, one in 1948 and one in 1947. 2018 there is a boundary that entered. In here as well, the end of 2018 when Kislev 16 entered. And so we can see that this deadline is a strict deadline. Even though there's a deadline in 2019, this deadline is also helping us to create a more narrow boundary from the sabbatical channel with this deadline, sabbatical deadline. It doesn't mean that the one in 2019 is of no use. It's also to be used because it helps to confirm that February 2019 of the rapture boundary is also within and before that deadline. And so I think that's very important. And I just wanted to, I have explained about the primary layer of this. There's the secondary layer, and it has to be used. And so, just going back to 2015, back then, it was based on a literal Sivan 6 and 7. Right now, we're based on a literal 24th and 25th of May. The reason, because with the delay, it came from this Jewish calendar, And from this Jewish calendar, layer 5 with 424 is actually of the 3 pi. Consisted of 424 Genesis 424, that reference. And so just important to reference back into the 24 and 25th based on this 3 pi, which is 3 pi shipwrecks decoded. And so literal conversion of 524 to 525 from 2015, so on 24th to 25th November 2018. Despite this is not the transformation speculation, but it is to be used as a secondary layer. Reference. There are many references, there are many stations, there are many markers, core markers, sub-markers, but with this, it's to be used. The reason, because if it's with the primary layer alone, it doesn't have the meaning sufficiently. With this, it has the meaning more sufficiently. In a way, I do believe it's to explain about the, well, this is actually basically mirroring this one. 9/11. This is 9/11 Enoch's calendar. Until 24th of November 2018. Until Kislev 17, until 30th of November. This is the 6 days and 7 day raw time frame. And this is equalized when this time frame below is actually 9/11 on this day, 14 December 2018. The reason why, simply because Kislev 6 and Kislev 7 is equalized with the December 6 and December 7 of 2018. That's also been on this 276 degree of God's clock, which has been a number that has been calculated in Genesis 7, and a number that has appeared in both Acts, the book of Acts, during a Pentecost when there were 276 souls, and just as in Acts 27, during the Paul shipwrecks, and the pattern for the 3 days of darkness to come. It also was the number 276 souls during that time. This also has been connected to a date 276 days, being on the 3rd of October. This is actually linked back to 2016, and that's gonna be explained in a little while later. But Kislev 2 and 7 is equalized in this date. And this date on the 67 on the December is Kislev 23 and Kislev 24. Back in 9/11, it was on Elul 23 and 9/12, not a time zone, because they're 2 times in the same time. Being in Kislev 24, is actually equalized through God's calendars with Elul 23 and 24. And basically, this two dates is 9/11 and 9/12. 2018 and 2001 can be made possible to be equalized despite of the different portions. It's due to the 6 and 7 o'clock has been equalized from the first human delay. And I'm going to explain more about the midnight hour and also the secondary layer in the next video. Thank you.